This demo is a project collaboration between Lloyds Bank, Callsign, Cabinet Office and OIX UK. Our hypothesis was, what is the response from the consumer to Lloyds Bank being the issuer of a digital identity, in this instance a callsign, for online services, specifically retail and government services, and what does the customer identify as benefits of this service? This project gave us the unique opportunity to look at how the consumer reacts to a digital identity being issued outside of government services. We specifically asked the 18 people tested what they thought about the relationship between Lloyds, government and a retailer. The majority of our users felt that with the right assurances around privacy, security and data protection, the link was a natural progression for easier, quicker, safer transactions. They also pointed out that since they were already customers of Lloyds, they had a trusted relationship which helped convince them using a digital identity issued by their bank was safe. Of the 18 users we took into a lab environment and through this demo, they were all Lloyds mobile banking customers. They were therefore all classed as high-ability digital users. We did not test this user journey with people who might be classed as needing digital assistance. In addition, we did not question our users around their concepts of what identity assurance is or what an identity provider is. We were simply looking at the relationships between the parties, whether we could build up a level of assurance in a natural way, and whether or not the user saw benefits from this. In addition, we were not testing the UX specifically. Where we identified errors, we corrected them where we could. The first step of the journey was signing up to a Lloyds callsign, their digital identity. This was done after the user had signed into their Lloyds account in the normal way. Some of the testers pointed out that they might not have signed up for the Lloyds callsign as you see on screen now, and this is something to explore in the future by improving the UX. However, for testing purposes, all users had to get their Lloyds callsign. The user information of mobile number and email is provided from information that Lloyds already has on their customer, verifying that the Lloyds callsign will be linked to the correct Lloyds customer. Once signed up, the customer is directed to complete the original banking transaction they set out to do. This first journey showcases how quick it could be to be allocated a digital identity where some information is already known about the customer. In this case, Lloyds should have history, money and some living knowledge of each customer and will have completed anti-money laundering and know your customer checks to provide a level of assurance in their digital identity. The second step in the journey is how the customer reacts to applying their new digital identity in an online retail environment. We asked our users to buy a microwave and then register with the retailer to complete the purchase. From a retailer's point of view, the quicker the route to checkout, the smaller the dropout rate. We demonstrate here that a verified digital identity can cut down on the registration process significantly. We also see for the first time how the Lloyds callsign digital identity is linked to the user's mobile. The Lloyds banking app wakes up and asks the user to apply their 4-digit PIN. This puts the user in charge of their data. Lloyds callsign asks the user permission to share their matching data, but gives them the option to not to, if they prefer. The retailer can be confident that the information is correct and verified. The information then appears pre-populated in the retailer's registration process. Our users reacted very favourably to this retail experience, particularly delighted at the ease and the security that the mobile element provided, and that they would potentially only need to remember their mobile banking app 4-digit PIN instead of multiple usernames and passwords. The final stage of the journey was to apply the new digital identity to a government service. As we had made the assumption that Lloyds was able to verify the user for history, money and living, the final piece was to achieve level of assurance 2, which is the necessary level of assurance to gain access to government services. The user needed to assert additional information for the citizen element. In this case, we chose a passport, although of course this could be any other element or elements classed under citizen. Our users were not surprised to be asked for this additional information when they reached the government transaction section. In fact, they were delighted at how quick and easy the process was. Not all our users were familiar with gov.uk, but those that had done their online tax returns felt that this was a positive step forward. In the majority of cases, our users were not worried about the link between Lloyds and government. Not one single person of the 18 tested said that they didn't trust it or wouldn't use it. It's important to point out that we did not explore our users' understanding of identity assurance or digital identity, nor did we test understanding of the callsign brand against the government certified identity providers on the sign-in page to gov.uk. However, this small agile discovery project has proven there is an opportunity to explore the benefits and potential commercial opportunities of digital identity being issued outside of the government sphere, as our users found it potentially very useful. You can read the full white paper from this project on the oixuk.org website under the Published Papers section.